Lily. Today I'm going to read you a story, Royal Rap. Are you ready? Yeah! Royal Rap. It's time to stop. It's time to clap. Jump on the throne for the Royal Rap. William the Conqueror, as everybody knows, won the Battle of Hastings with 10,000 bows. William II, or Willie the Red, went out hunting, came home dead. Henry I was horse but fair, but he didn't have a son, so he didn't have an heir. Stephen danced in through the palace door as the country exploded in civil war. Empress Matilda was England's first queen. She was cross and crabby and downright mean. Henry II caused a holy upheaval when he murdered bishop in Canterbury Cathedral. Richard I was in Leonard Crusader. Through his enemies called him a ruthless invader. John's Magna Strata was danced and good. He was king at the time of Robin Hood. Henry III served longest of them all. He set up Parliament in Westminster Hall. Edward I was brawny and brave. Sent Robert the Bruce running into a cave. When his son Edward took his turn, he was bashed by the socks at Bannockburn. Edward III then ruled the nation, but the Black Death held the population. Richard II spent years in jail as Kitcher was riding a Canterbury tale. Henry IV was the throne by force, caught a horrid disaster, as died, of course. Henry V fought the 100 Years' War and defeated the French at Agincourt. Henry VI, crowned at nine months old, was 9 months old, was capable of miracles, so we are told. Edward IV was lofty and royal, a man of peace, and his people stayed loyal. Edward V have 8 weeks of power. He was murdered with his brother in London's Tower. Richard III, with sword and shields, was the king to die on the battlefield. Henry VII sure loved to spend as the War of Roses come to an end. No one liked food like Henry VIII. He got through wise like he got through plates. Edward VI was next on the second, but he passed away just at age just 15. Mary the First was seriously scary. She chopped off heads, did Bloody Mary. Elizabeth I was a royal success, known to her people as Good Queen Bess. James I, both English and Saxon, was the king who rumbled the Gunpowder Plot. Charles I wanted too much tax. They cut off his reign with the swing of an axe. Cromwell Republic now appears, and the royal take a rest of 11 years. Charles II liked to look pretty while the Pelago and the fire swept through the city. James II was not like much. He ran for cover at the sight of Dutch. William and Mary shared the throne. After Mary died, Willie ruled alone. Poor Queen Anne was the saddest bride. She had 17 children. All of them died. George I was a Garment Duke. His English sounded like gobbledygook. Georgie II was next in line, German too, but his English was fine. Georgie III, he died in sense. 15 children and us. At the 60-year reign, George IV spent more than $1 million. One fancy building like a Bridgeton pavilion. William the Fourth was ruler of the waves, the sailor king who freed the slaves. Victorian Empire spent the glebe, a sad-faced monarch in a mourning robe. George the Fifth tried to help the poor, changed his name to Windsor in the First World War. Edward VIII was forced to flee. They wouldn't let him marry a discovery. George the Sixth's stammer made him difficult to hear. In the second word, he showed no fear. Elizabeth II in the current queen. What happens next remains to be. They are royal, both good and rotten. Remember this rap, and they won't be forgotten.